Coming up on today's Cowboys Report, we'll take a look at various hype for some of the rookie offensive linemen. Tyler Guyton leading the way there, but also some Cooper Beebe, Nathan Thomas praise from coaches and players for the Cowboys organization, with a pretty good piece from ESPN, a big part of that. Before we get into that, we are losing narrowly the June like battle against the Raiders report. Last month, the Raiders led the company in likes. Let's catch up to them. Like today's video, and we can make Mitch suck it. I was wondering if we're getting in trouble for telling people to suck it, but I think it's funny. Anyway, Tyler Guyton drawing praise here for the Cowboys, which is exactly what you want to have. Look, it is June. It is hopium season. And if you're not a little bit high on hopium, I don't know if you're doing it properly, even as disappointing as this Cowboys offseason was. But I think there are some notable things that we can get into and try to glean notable information out of it. Here's what Todd Archer of ESPN wrote, part of the ESPN kind of first-round pick rookie report card for every first-round pick. He wrote, evaluating any offensive lineman is in an offs program is next to impossible. The Cowboys did not do any 11-on-11 work, nor did they do any one-on-one drills. But the reports on Guyton's willingness to work and learn have been positive. That was echoed by Mike McCarthy, who maybe went a little extreme on the rookie hype. This is what he said a couple weeks ago. You're looking for that first impression, and they've definitely established that. They're in here on the weekends doing the extra work. No one's faded away. That's what you're looking for. I feel really good about the learning and the ability to communicate. They've been engaged very well and have done a really good job. We haven't had a class at this point that's better than this class, that's for sure. All right, we'll come back to some player comments that echo some of the things that Mike McCarthy said, but he clearly seems excited about this first-year class. I don't know how much to really read into that. Even Mike said that's something that they say every single season. It's also June. The training camp's going to matter a lot more. Now, what is noteworthy is despite McCarthy's praise, Guyton and even Cooper Beebe haven't really worked with the ones. That's not unusual, especially for a later first-round pick. I would hope that by the time they get to training camp, Guyton's involved with that starting unit. Here's what Archer wrote on that. Guyton did not take any snaps the first team in spring. That might be to the coaches wanting to get more work with the backups. The true evaluation on Guyton starts in training camp after the pads come on and how long it takes the coaches to put him with the starting unit. So prediction time. Will Tyler Guyton start at left tackle in week 1? Y for yes, N for no at the pin comment of today's show. Guyton starting is both the hope and the plan, I think, for me, for many of you, and the Cowboys organization as a whole as well. You can't have another first-round pick who doesn't contribute when you're in very much a win-now mode, even if your organization actually isn't all in. Guyton coming out of Oklahoma, we know what he was. He was raw, developmental piece. You know what I think the best way for most, not all, but for most raw developmental guys to learn and grow is to play. I think that's a good way to get that stuff going. He didn't allow a sack in Oklahoma. The offense wasn't a one-to-one translation. He has said he feels better on the left side than he did on the right side where he played at Oklahoma. I do think that is significant. The big reason why I want Guyton starting week 1, I don't like the other alternatives. Chuma Edoga was bad last year. And there's if you're going to play two bad players, play the bad young guy. Because that's going to give you more upside, more development, more potential growth than like how good is Edoga really going to get at this stage in his NFL career. If he's your swing tackle, fine, I suppose. But I don't want to play Edoga big snaps. You want Myles Garrett out there against Chuma Edoga? Hell no. Maybe I don't want Myles Garrett out there against Tyler Guyton either, but those are the options we're dealing with here. In fact, I actually hope that Austin Richards looks really good in the preseason. He was a 5th-round pick. At some point, Dallas has to hit on one of these day 3 draft picks on the offensive line. I think they hit on TJ Bass as an undrafted free agent, but even if it's just swing tackle for Richards, I think that would be a good outcome. He got a little bit of work, by the way, with the ones as well, very limited. The Cowboys have kind of pushed we put Beebe and Guyton with the twos because we wanted them to get all the reps with the twos, which I don't know if I really buy that. I think it's when your coaches are on one-year deals and fighting for their jobs, sometimes hesitant to give the reps early to first-year players. That's why you need organizational consistency and same path planning. I don't know if that team has it right now. Coming up next, we'll have more on the rookie offensive linemen, the 3 rookies that you have, quotes from Zach Martin, Tyler Smith, and more. But first, if you want the Tyler Guyton rookie jersey, get yours today over at chatsports.com/Guyton. That link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. There will also be a clickable link in that corner for you guys to check out the Guyton jersey. It is the official rookie jersey, official NFL jersey, I should say, of the Cowboys' first-round pick. So the rookie offensive lineman took Tyler Guyton in round 1. You took Cooper Beebe in round 3. That was my favorite pick in this year's class. And Nathan Thomas. And if you went back and watched the Cowboys on the scene stuff, McCarthy seemed really intrigued by Nathan Thomas, who I did like a little bit higher than where he ended up going as well. Spend some more time on all 3 of those guys. First, Zach Martin on the rookie offensive lineman in general. These guys have done a really nice job. They've been on top of it in the meeting room and out in the field asking great questions. These guys can play. Tyler can move. Nate and Coop are big, strong guys, physical guys inside. These guys are going to help us for sure. Meanwhile, Tyler Smith said this about the rookie offensive lineman. As far as the offensive line room goes, I've been blown away. We went out and got great athletes, great football players in Coop, Tyler, and Nathan. And they're just extremely athletic guys who have a lot of upside, guys who are learning fast. Who we really have come in pretty polished already, who really have come in polished already. We're just working in on learning the offense and cleaning up technique things, but extremely impressed so far. Look, this is what you want to hear. You don't want to hear stuff of like, they got a great personality, right? That's what you don't want to. You want to see praise for some of the physical attributes, not be mean maybe, but that's the stuff you want to hear. Of course, camp in the preseason matter a lot more. When do those guys, probably not Nathan Thomas ever, get reps with the ones? How does Nathan Thomas look in the preseason? Can Cooper Beebe beat out Brock Hoffman? We'll come back to that, by the way, in a minute. But if you haven't already, please make sure you guys are subscribed. YouTube.com/Cowboys TV. We are trending on a decent path to beating our June sub numbers, which always a good thing to do better than the previous month. However, it's kind of a dead period, but we still got videos twice a day. Hit that sub button for all the Cowboys coverage you could ever want. Now, if you watched our live NFL draft coverage, I hope you guys did, you saw me kind of lose my mind when the Cowboys took me because I love the pick. Now, he's making a position switch, and that isn't always an instantaneous thing. Snapping is going to be the big change there, but he fits really well as a center. He tested way better than people thought he was going to. He's got that interior offensive line build. I thought I had a second-round grade on him coming out of the NFL draft out of Kansas. Look at my draft notes, second-round grade. He was a top 50 player for me. I had him above Marshawn Nealand. I think whether it's week 1, week 4, I want Cooper Beebe earning the starting job over Brock Hoffman. Now, this offensive line coach is a huge fan of Brock Hoffman. I think the players like Brock Hoffman, too. Did you guys catch the Meat Church Dak Prescott barbecue video? Brock Hoffman's there. Probably, very minor thing, but he does all the little things. So I think that's why he's a roster lock as far as I'm concerned. But I think BB brings you more upside there. So who starts week 1 at center? Type CB for Cooper Beebe or BH for Brock Hoffman. Let me know in the comment section right now. I had Nathan Thomas as a 5th/6th round grade, and I expect him to make a move inside to off. The Cowboys have mentioned that that's probably going to be a possibility. Thomas has mentioned that as a possibility. I do all my draft notes in advance, right? These is done months and weeks and sometimes even a year before the draft gets going. And of my notes, a powerful player, best in the running game. Not the quickest guy. Sacks allowed were high, but pressures were not. Could move inside to offensive guard. He's a better athlete at guard, and I think that helps cover up some of the heavy-footedness he has. And I think that will be a position switch for him. Now, he's got to make the roster. Yeah, he's gotten praise from guys like Zach Martin, And Tyler Smith, it's going to be a process for him because he's got to beat out, some combination of Adoga, Richards, let's go and be like, can he be the third interior offensive lineman backup? And that means you're carrying 6 on the inside and 3 or 4 on the outside. That's going to be the key thing. But he does offer tackle flexibility too. And we know how much the Cowboys love position flex. Overall, when it comes to the offensive line for the Dallas Cowboys, how confident are you? Scale it for me from 1 to 10 in the comments.